Good evening, everyone. You guys ready? I'm Seema Nair, and on behalf of Between Nurses Foundation, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to an evening of nursing elegance. Today, we are honoring and celebrating a spectacular group of people, our registered nurses. Thank you to all of you who joined to support our nurses. All the beautiful people, it's just so many peers that I only see in scrubs, so it's amazing to see you all outside in the elegant gown. So happy Nurses Week. Happy Nurses Week. So if you're ready for the event specifically planned for you, sit back, relax, and enjoy for an elegant night. Absolutely for you guys. Enjoy, nurses. Happy Nurses Week.
It is my privilege to be with you here tonight, especially coming from an entire household, it seems like, of nurses. For some reason, God had me doing something different, so I went into pastoral ministry. But my dad, who was a physician, always said that his nurses around him made him look good. Kudos to you, nurses. Amen. Let's bow our heads, yes. Let's bow our heads for opening prayer. Gracious God and Father, as we gather tonight to celebrate our nurses, we welcome your presence among us. Grateful for their selfless service, we recognize the unwavering commitment of our nurses through the Phoenix Valley, emulating the compassion of Jesus. Tonight, we honor them with heartfelt appreciation, and we pray for a special blessing on them in their continued dedication to serving our communities. Thank you for the meal before us, but also, most importantly, please bless all that are here joining us for this special time of celebration. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
By the dawn's early Good evening. Hello. Good evening. My name is Tony Conde, and I am a volunteer of the Arizona Nurse Honor Guard. We are here with you today to present our mission and mock tribute, the Florence Nightingale Tribute. Our mission for this organization is to comfort loved ones and honor fallen nurses for their stewardship and compassion to serve others. The Arizona Nurse Honor Guard was founded in 2017. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization comprised of working and retired nurses. We have honored over 171 nurses since February of 2018. The Arizona Nurse Honor Guard invites nurses present tonight to stand for the Nightingale tribute if you so desire. The Nightingale Tribute in honor of Florence Nightingale. Nursing is a calling, a lifestyle, a way of living. Nurses here today honor our colleague, Florence Nightingale, who is no longer with us. Florence is not remembered by her years as a nurse, but by the difference she made during those years by stepping into people's lives by special moments. When a calming presence was all that was needed, Florence was there. In the excitement and miracle of birth, or in the mystery and loss of life, Florence was there. When a silent glance could uplift a patient, family, member, or friend, Florence was there. At those times when the unexplainable needed to be explained, Florence was there. When the situation demanded a swift foot and sharp mind, Florence was there. When a gentle touch, a firm push, or an encouraging word was needed, Florence was there. In choosing the best one from a family's thank you box of chocolates, Florence was there. To witness humanity, its beauty, in good times and bad, without judgment, Florence was there. To embrace the woes of the world willingly and offer hope, Florence was there. And now that it is time to be at the greater one's side, Florence is there. Florence, we honor you this day to symbolize our honor and appreciation for being our nurse colleague. Florence, 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 Florence Nightingale, we relieve you of your nursing duty and thank you for your service to our profession. Thank you all the nurses out here and the entire foundation. We appreciate that you guys let us come and join you today and celebrate with you on this day. We appreciate you and thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, nurses and significant others. That goes out to the guys. Just wanted to acknowledge you. Information on the Nurse Honor Guard can be found in your programs, and there's information on there you should really pay attention to. It tells you more about them, what they do, so you can have a better appreciation of their goals and objectives. They act and respond on donations, so you can go to their website and make a donation so that their program can continue to serve nurses when they pass, and I think that's a noble thing to do. My task this evening, and I call it a task because I don't know how you can outspeak a news anchor person. But I thought it would be interesting to know some of the things about her that you may not have otherwise known. And I want to introduce her today and tell you a little bit about her background, so it gives you a better appreciation. Now, I can't force you to listen to her on television because, why? She comes on at 4:30 in the morning. So you can make a special effort, if you will, to hear her doing the news. Simone Cucurello joined Arizona's family as a weekday morning anchor on Morning Arizona in August of 2023. So you can imagine, she came in August. It's a good time. She got fooled. It eased up for the rest of the year. And this year, she's going to get the real thing. So she'll be here for a while. She is now become a family face on Arizona's Family 3 TV and CBS 5. She graces the morning show, GMAZ, Good Morning Arizona, where she brings her vibrant energy to viewers. You can catch her on the air from 4:30 to 10 a.m. every day. Simone's engaging presence and dedication make her a beloved part of the morning routine for many Arizonians now. She came to Phoenix after spending some time at the weekday evening anchor with a WWBT in Richmond, Virginia. There, she anchored the 4, 5:30, and 10 a.m. newscasts. This lady is no night owl. She prefers to be first thing in the morning. Prior to that, she spent 3 years as an anchor and reporter at WBBH, WZVN in Fort Myers, Florida. Simone has covered devastating natural disasters, such as Hurricanes Irma and Dorian. I guess we can throw anything at her. 115 degrees wouldn't even faze her. She started her career as a morning anchor and reporter at WICU, WSEE in Erie, Pennsylvania. Simone is passionate about mental health advocacy and has previously served as the board of directors for Mental Health America of Virginia. Simone is a Philadelphia native and a die-hard Philadelphia Eagles fan. When she is not at work, you'll likely find Simone going out to eat. Now, you couldn't tell by her figure. Or spending time with her dog, Daisy. Guys, take a back seat. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome to the platform today as your host and MC, Simone, the lady with 3 C's, 3 U's, and 2 L's in her name.
Well, I think Merv might have a future in news broadcasting because that was great. Round of applause for that introduction. I mean, wow. My goodness, you really put the pressure on. You're making me sound like I'm the real deal or something, right? Thank you all so much for having me. Hi, I'm Simone Cucurello, as Merv just graciously introduced me. I appreciate every single one of you in this room, whether you are a nurse or you are a family member or spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is that you may be. Each of us in this room have all been touched by nurses in one way or another. So my sincere appreciation for each and every one of you for making such a difference in our community. It's true, I've only been here for a few months, but it is very clear that the Valley is a community and a family, and that we are all there for each other when we need each other in a time of need. So I am so thrilled to be a part of Phoenix and call Phoenix home. I am here for a very long time, so I'm thrilled. I hope I make it home forever. And it is true, I am a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but I will say, the Diamondbacks really gave my Phillies a run for the money in the NLCS, so I got to give it out for the Diamondbacks because it was a wonderful welcome to Phoenix. So we have a wonderful program this evening. We have so many amazing guests, speakers, performers, everything that you could imagine. I hope you are enjoying your salads. Dinner's going to come out shortly, and I'm going to try to keep things brief, and we'll keep it moving. We'll have a great time. And we'll have a lot of fun and celebrate all the amazing nurses in the room. So I do want to give a special shout out tonight. We want to thank Carolyn McCormies, the president of the Arizona State Board of Nursing, for all of their hard work. We appreciate it. and O.D. Harris, the Vice Mayor and Chamber. And we also want to thank all of our doctors as well. So thank you all. Round of applause, yes. So at this time, I am thrilled to call and invite Dr. Catherine Tadero, retired Provost and Dean of Creighton University College of Nursing, to the stage. We'll see you in a little bit.
Well, it's my special honor to bring greetings to you tonight. I've just wrapped up a 50-year career in professional nursing. And as Simone said, I retired as the Dean of Nursing for Creighton University and Vice Provost for Health Sciences. So I had a major role in bringing that the Creighton's presence to the Phoenix community, and so it's really thrilling to be back here and greet you. But you know, when I started my career, I worked as a surgical intensive care nurse, and it was a wonderful role, creating, or taking care of patients in their, terrible, terrible circumstances. And I worked with a bunch of really talented, amazing, somewhat arrogant surgeons. And we always had a joke about it. We would say, you know the difference between a surgeon and God? God knows he's not a surgeon. So, But one of the things that really impressed me when I was in that role is, when those patients got well, and these surgeons did this amazing work, and I used to think, wow, they are working miracles, because some of these people were really knocking on death's door. And when they came back to thank the nurses for taking care of them, not so much the doctors, but the nurses, they felt like family. And I used to get incredible notes from patients about, the care I gave. And I used to think, this is just my job. It's my job to do this. And what I really realized is nursing's not just a job. Nursing is who you are. And it's, the neighbors who know the nurses, and when something happens, they run to your house, or your family members who call you because something's going on in their life and they're afraid and they just need some comfort, or they need advice or counsel. So a lot of that happens with nurses. And in emergencies, sometimes you hear, is there a doctor in the house? Well, or is there a doctor on the plane? And what I've learned is it's the nurses who are on those planes that are responding to those emergencies. So, and in crises, the nurses lead. We just came through this COVID crisis, and it was the nurses who were leading this effort. So don't ever underestimate the impact that you make in people's lives, because you make a huge difference. And I've learned this in my 50-year career. Most recently I was creating new nurses, and so sometimes they would come back and tell me about something that I said to them during their education, or something that made an impact on them. I didn't even know I was doing it, but you make a difference. You make an impact. So don't ever underestimate that, or the importance you play in the healthcare system. Tonight is a celebration of you. And when Dr. Paula Williams first told me a couple of years ago, I guess, that she was planning this event, she wanted to do this event, I thought, you must be crazy. Honestly, what a lot of work it would be to put on something like this. But once again, a nurse comes through. So enjoy your evening. This is about you, and may I be among the first to wish you a happy Nurses Week.
At this time, I'd like to invite Julie Willoughby, the Arizona State Representative for District 13, to the stage.
Hello. Many of you probably didn't just see that, but I am going to point out the obvious. I had to move the step stool back because this is way too tall for me. But my name is Julie Willoughby. I am a nurse like so many of you here, and I am so excited to be able to welcome you here at this night to just celebrate all of you and all of the hard work that everybody has done and will continue to do. I'm speaking to many individuals in the room. All the different specialties that we represent is phenomenal. We don't talk about it a lot, but one of the, I think, spoke about items that you can do as a nurse is all of the different career options we have and how we impact people in so many different parts of their health journey. I decided that I would take a different journey and go into become a state representative to represent all of you at the House and at the Capitol. I really do want to thank you and hope that you have a wonderful evening. I'm not a very long-winded politician, and I know that's weird. But with that, I really want to put out there that together we are so strong, individually we are so strong, but together we're unstoppable in anything that we can do. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. All right, Merv, we have a video or a song? Where are we going, Merv? I need some assistance here. How's everyone's salad? Was the salad good? Okay, excellent. Okay, so we do have a video, we have a song, and we have a, I'm sorry, did somebody, I think we're gonna have the violinist, maybe. Okay, or we can keep going. We also have, okay, let's do some announcements here. Gotta take care of business. We have Bobby McGee, who is going to be playing the trumpet tonight, so give him a round of applause as well. And we do want to thank Dr. Tadero, of course, for being here, of course, Julie Willoughby, and a special thanks to Christine Ellis as well. So, without further ado, let's go ahead, and I believe we're going to do the video or the violin. If not, we also have video presentations, a few of them listed in your program. One from Congressman Representative Greg Stanton of the state of Arizona, Ann Myers Drysdale, who's the Vice President of the Phoenix Suns and the Phoenix Mercury, Meghan McCain, the daughter of late Senator John McCain, and Ambassador Cindy McCain. So we hope you're enjoying your salad. Dinner will be served shortly, and then we're also going to have some laughs from comedian Mike James coming up later on in the evening. I think that sounds good. What do you guys think?
Hi, everyone. My name is Ann Myers Drysdale. I'm an Olympian and in the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame and some other halls of fame. I am a broadcaster for the Phoenix Suns and the Phoenix Mercury, and that's one of the reasons I won't be able to join you, as I am preparing for the playoffs for the Phoenix Suns and then also getting ready for training camp with the Phoenix Mercury and the WNBA. So I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize National Nurses Week and acknowledge and thank all of you for the dedicated work you do to care for us and our families. You are the heartbeat of kindness and putting us all at ease. We know this evening was specially prepared for you by Between Nurses Foundation, a collaboration of great teamwork. We want you to know that all you do is sincerely appreciated. Thank you, and hope you have a great time.
Hello, nurses. I am Meghan McCain, daughter of your beloved and belated Senator John McCain. Happy Nurses Week. My dad loved nurses, and you were the rock when he needed health care. Being the most trusted profession is something to be proud of and a star in your crown. You are angels with invisible halos and hearts of gold. On behalf of the McCain family, I would like to express our love and gratitude as you celebrate National Nurses Week and each other. You make a difference in the lives of so many families. Please know that you are deeply appreciated by so many. Between Nurses Foundation has a special program planned for you tonight, so relax and enjoy. You deserve it, and we celebrate you.
Happy National Nurses Week. I'm Congressman Greg Stanton, and it is my honor to welcome you tonight to the Between Nurses Foundation Gala. I'm so thankful that Paula, now Dr. Williams, is able to resume throwing this annual gala this year after completing her PhD. Congratulations, Doctor. And after the last few years, our nurses deserve a heartfelt thank you more than ever. Nurses are the unsung heroes of our healthcare system. Not only do you provide exceptional care, you are your patient support system's #1 advocate. There are few jobs more selfless and essential than the nursing profession. But this work is not just a job, it's a calling. It requires unwavering dedication, boundless empathy, and a deep commitment to serving others. I know the work you do, it is difficult on your mental health, on family and relationships, on your physical well-being. But every day, you continue to show up and support your patients. You deserve a night to be recognized and celebrated. So enjoy tonight. It is very well deserved.
My name is Councilmember Christine Ellis with the City of Chandler, and I am a nurse. In this era, we are seeing nurses in every space there is. Tonight, I would like to encourage the nurses in the room to see yourselves as the next President of the United States of America. Because it is said that if you are not in the room, then you will be the person they're speaking about in the room. So you need to be in the room. Nurses, we need you. We need you right now in the four corners of this country. We need you to be standing with us in everything that we do. And we need the laws to reflect the things that we do in the hospitals, in the nursing homes, and the assisted living worlds. And we are living in an era also where the shortage is truly becoming a problem for us. And so tonight, before you leave here, I would like you to be charged with that every single one in your spheres of influence, you're going to inspire someone to be a nurse tonight. I will not be here if it was not for people like you. I came into this country at 17 years old, didn't know a word of English, but I never remember a time when I did not want to be a nurse in that little island of Haiti. And so tonight I'm standing before you, an accomplished nurse, a psych nurse at it, so if you're looking at me, I can see if you're crazy or not. And I'm actually currently at Walden University getting my NP in psych. And so I will encourage you to continue your education. You are never too old to keep learning and keep advancing and keep pushing the agenda of all nurses. So before I leave this podium, I would like to introduce the Vice Mayor of Chandler that is with me tonight, Vice Mayor O.D. Harris. And I also have one of our commissioners for the police department, Miss Deborah Shanky. And also at my table, I have those that I have mentors over the years. If I have mentored you at my table, please stand up. There they are. Nurse practitioners, RN, policemen, we are calling them out. Mr. Charlie, you're standing with us tonight. Thank you so much for loving a nurse like you love me. And most of all, I would like to introduce you to the other person here. He said he's the one who taught me how to speak English, but I'm the one who taught him. Mr. Benjamin Ellis. That's my husband. I'm going to leave you with this. I remember when there was a time for me to go back to school. I had every issue in the world. My dad didn't do this for me, so-and-so didn't do that for me. And one evening I was talking to Mr. Benjamin. We were younger then. Very good looking too. He had a lot of hair. And so we were sitting in a restaurant having an amazing dinner. And I was complaining about why I cannot go back to school to finish. And Ben looked at me, he said, put your big girl's pants on and get up and go to school. Stop blaming other people. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Okay, if you're keeping score in your programs, we are back on schedule. I would now like to introduce our violinist for the evening, Dr. Allison Uglab, DMA. Welcome to the stage.
Good evening. I love the Williams family. They've been good to me, and they're good to a lot of people, and I appreciate them. This is my friend Jay. You have your phones with you. I have to ask a 2-year-old how to work a phone, and you guys are a lot older than that, so I binge on music, so this song I've been binging on for a month. Enjoy it. In place of the word God, if that's not where you're at, use the word love and enjoy it, the goodness of God. Get your phone out. Beyonce does it. Jenna Johansson, get it on there. Take a look, because you're going to be listening to this on the way home. It's just a beautiful song. And Jay, thank you for playing this. The goodness of God, the goodness of love.
check, 1, 2. Hello. So part of the relaxation and celebration, of course, comes with a lot of laughs. We know that laughter is sometimes the best medicine. So tonight I am thrilled to tell you about our comedian, Mike James. If you turn to page 16 in your program, you can read a little bit about him, but laughter is something that all of us could use a little bit more of. So please put your hands together and help me welcome to the stage, Mike James.
Hello, nurses. Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. Well, first of all, nurses, make some noise. All right, most of you good. I love nurses. I've had I've had lots of crushes on nurses, to be honest with you. But also, I think nurses are. First of all, before I begin all of that, please make a lot of noise for Dr. Williams for putting this together and having the wisdom and the guts for hiring me. I think that took a lot right there. I think, you know, as I was thinking about it over here, I was thinking about how important nurses are because, you know, the medical industry is a tough one. And especially lately, you know, in the last several years, there's been so many things going on and all of that. And I think, you know, a lot of it's been leveraged, you know, to pit one side against another on a lot of things. But nurses are the one group of people you can count on. Nurses were the people that we could always go to. Nurses are like the white blood cells of medicine. Well, actually, white blood cells are the white blood cells of medicine, but nurses are like the white blood cells of the medical industry, I think. So so give it up for yourselves one more time. I think that's important. Remember, you're the ones that fight off all the BS and all of that stuff, which I think is why they decided to create balloon sculptures about white blood cells attacking illness. I think that was perfect. My name's Mike James. I like everybody else, you know, a lot of times when I go on stage, I talk about how COVID was so difficult for performers because we were shut down. We couldn't go to work for a couple years in most cases. But obviously, you nurses, you people in the medical field had it way worse. You had to go to work and you were under a lot of duress. So I applaud you for that. For me personally, it was tough because, you know, they said stay home, we couldn't leave, and I didn't. I stayed home. I did what I was supposed to do. But I did what a lot of people did, and I bought stuff online. I bought stuff I wouldn't normally buy online. I bought a bidet, for example. Anybody else get a bidet? Anybody have one? Nope. All right, over here. Nobody else? That's it? All right, just two of us. The rest of you guys are disgusting. I've traveled all over the world, and I've seen bidets millions of times. I've just never used one. And I bought this bidet, and it came, and I installed it in our house. You know, it's just an attachment that fits on your toilet, of course. So I installed that thing, and I'll be honest with you, I was pretty nervous. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I thought I'm going to, you know, if you recall, toilet paper was in pretty short supply back then, and I thought this is a good idea. So I sat down on this thing, and it has a little switch you turn the water on with. Perfect. You just turn that little switch on. Now, I'll be honest, I was a little nervous. I didn't know what to expect, but I turned it on. And here's two things I found out right away. First, I found out that's not a switch, it's a dial. You're supposed to ease into it. You don't just flip that all the way on. The second thing I found out is we have excellent water pressure at our house. The third thing that I thought was odd is because I fully expected to turn this on and have to kind of adjust to it. Nope, bullseye, first time, right there. I don't know how it did it. I don't know how that worked. But a sucker, I buy stuff online. I bought the bidet because the company name was called Clear Rear. I'm not kidding, that's what it was. Yeah. I'm like I said, I'm a sucker. I saw this commercial I was online shopping like I was doing all the time, and I saw this little video ad of a guy shaving his beard, trimming it, and it just looked so precision, and it was just something satisfying about watching. So I bought this beard trimmer. I've never had a beard in my life. I don't know why I bought it, but the thing comes in the mail, and it was through Amazon, you know, so I get this thing. But the weird thing is it had an attachment. I don't know if now beard trimmer is just basically a set of clippers, but this thing had like a handle attachment that clips onto it. I clipped it on, I showed my wife, I said, this makes it like 18 inches longer, I don't know, and I said, what is it? Is that so you can like shave other people's beards? What's that for? And my wife just said, no, I think that's so you can shave your whole body. Huge mistake, I should not have done that. But anyway, so like I said, I buy weird stuff. I did all that kind of crazy stuff. The other thing that happened during the pandemic for me is that this was the first period of time where I finally felt old, right? Now, I turned 59 just recently. Thanks, yeah. I get a lot of encouragement from people that are just over 59. Yeah, I turned 59, and here's the thing about as you get older. This is what I realized. No matter how old you are, 20 years older than you seems old. I remember when I was 10 years old, I remember distinctly, I was 10 years old, and a 30-year-old guy moved into our neighborhood. He was a bachelor. We called him Bachelor John. I don't know why. But he was 30. In my mind, he was an old guy. He was only 30. By the time I got 30, of course, I was thinking, oh, I'm not old. 50 is old. 20 years older than me is old. You know, now I'm 59, and a few of you people look kind of old, to be honest with you. But that's how it works, right? The other weird thing is 10 years younger than you seems too young, right? When you're 20, a 10-year-old's just a punk, right? Or even when you're 40, a 30-year-old, they don't have any real-world experience. It's so funny how that just travels with you your whole life. Now I'm 59, I look at people around, I see people around 49 years old or so, and I just think, you know what? I don't care that you can bend all the way over and sleep through the night. Big deal. You don't have any real experience in life, right? That's how I feel about it. But that's the weird thing. As you get older, you know, and like I said, I finally feel old. Now it's caught up to me. 59, I'm not, I know some of you people are older than me. That's fine. But I'm still, you can't complain about your age to anybody, by the way. If you complain to somebody younger, all you ever hear is, yeah, whatever, grandpa. They don't care. There's no empathy. Older people, though, if they're older than you, you always get the same response. And I mean older by like, they could be a week older than you. And if you complain, you always get this, yeah, you just wait. That doesn't seem like an official prognosis of anything. Yeah, you just wait. That's what you hear all the time. And that's what I get. But I finally feel like this, I feel old now. I feel like it's kind of caught up. Next year I'll be 60. And I know that's not awfully old, but I feel like I'm getting old. And my body's reminding me of this too. Like lots of weird things are happening to me in my body. Like my knee. I went to this is how bad my doctor is. Now I talk to the nurse before I see the doctor, and she's very empathetic. She's trying to comfort me and help me through this whole checkup I have to go through. But my doctor, I said he came in, I said, listen to my knee. It's clicking. It's creaking. There's a problem. And I'm expecting my doctor to tell me, oh yeah, give me some sort of advice, something to do. He does this. He says, oh yeah, my dad's knee does that. Like, what? That's not helpful. How much schooling did that take? I threw my shoulder out, you guys. I tore my rotator cuff. It's messed up now. And I'm pretty sure it has to do with age because I tore my rotator cuff reaching for toilet paper. Yeah, I'm not kidding you guys. That's what I did. I remember it distinctly. I was in the bathroom. I reached back. I'm like, oh my gosh, that hurts. I can't, That's not a hobby you can give up either. I have to do that, and it hurts. So, anyway. Getting older. I love how people give you advice as you get older. Like they say age really sneaks up on you. It doesn't sneak up. It makes a lot of noise. I also love when people say, oh man, just don't be old. Just don't be old. I think they mean don't act old. And that's good advice. You don't want to act older than you are. You don't want to act like an old person. But here's the problem. I don't mean to act old. I just end up acting old accidentally. I don't mean to do that. Like I yelled at some kids, get off my lawn. That's an old man thing to do. But I say old man stuff all the time. Get off my lawn, turn the music down. Where am I? I say all that stuff, just like my dad did. I say that stuff. I even do stuff like an old man. I caught myself doing this. I was watching TV and I realized I'm watching TV like my dad did. I used to just grab the remote and just change the channel, right? Now for some reason I have to look at the remote first. You guys know what I'm talking about? I used to do this, like everybody else, I do this. I just grab the remote and go, oh. Now, for some reason, I do this. I go, what? I don't know. It's just stupid stuff. And what I'm watching on TV, I realize that's old too. I used to, like, infomercials would come up before, and I'd just go right past them. I don't want to see those. We have 1,000 channels, and I don't want to stop and see an infomercial, right? Now I'm not the same. Now I'm like, whoa. What if I fall and I can't get up? It makes sense now, the whole thing. We bought commemorative coins, all of that. Let's see, what else? Oh, I celebrated my 39th wedding anniversary during the pandemic. So, yeah, thanks, yeah. 39 years, it's a long time. It's super long. It's really long. I remember when I was looking this up recently. My wife and I, we love watching true crime stuff. So I was looking online, and I read an article that the average length of sentence for murder is 30 years. For murder. So I told my wife that, and I said, you know, when we met, had I just killed you, I'd be free now. Yeah, she didn't like that. She didn't like that at all. But that's what I thought of. Yeah, 39 years, it's a long time. It's a long time. People want to know what the secret is to being married a long time. And I find it funny they ask me. I don't know what the secret is. Honestly, my only secret is, I don't know, I didn't get divorced, I guess. I know that seems obvious, but that's all I have. I'm good at not doing stuff, and that's one of the things I didn't do. So that's it. I thought about it, and I just kept putting it off, and that didn't happen. So I don't know. A lot of people say the secret to being married a long time is quality time. And I try to agree with that. I tend to agree with that. I think quality time is important. We have to spend time. And when I first got married, I was in the service. I was in the military for the first 8 years. Then we got married. Then I'm doing this. I'm traveling all over the country performing. So I'm gone all the time. So when I'm home, I want to make sure we have our quality time. And I told my wife, yeah, I promise you, we'll always have quality time. So whenever I'm home, I try to go on like date night. We'll go out to eat or whatever. And by the way, my wife's awesome. She'll go anywhere I want. We never argue about the restaurant. Anywhere I want to go is cool. Her only rule is it can't be one of the first 7 places I suggest. Don't know why. But whatever. But then we go out, and this is weird too. When we go out, my wife always does this. She'll observe other people, especially couples. She'll observe other couples, and then she'll turn to me and explain what's going on with them, like she knows. You guys do that, right? I don't know why. She'll like, oh, look, they're on their first date. She ordered salad. Things are going pretty. You don't know them at all. You have no idea. They could be cousins for all you know. You don't know, right? Or then she'll point out an older couple. It's always the same with an older couple. Oh, look at that older couple. It's so sweet. I bet they're celebrating their 50th anniversary. It's so nice they're still doing their date night. And then she makes this observation every time. It's so sad, though. They're just sitting there staring and eating. They're not even talking. And I'm just thinking, that would be awesome. When does that start happening? I don't know. But I don't know. And we don't always have to go out. We'll stay home, play a game, watch TV or something. I'll put something on the grill. That's her favorite. She loves playing games. My wife loves, playing board games or whatever. Her favorite game is this, though. Her favorite, if you're married, you've probably played this. Her favorite game is called Guess Why I'm Mad. You ever play that, guys? It's a good game. I've never beat her. 38 years I've never beat her. 39 years now. Never won. I don't even know what the rules are, to be honest with you. I think beyond quality time, people like to say be honest with each other. I think that's important. You got to be honest. I remember I was given that advice at my wedding 39 years ago. Well, actually, let me tell you this first. My wife is very beautiful. She is. She's very fit. She exercises. She's a professional athlete, actually. So she's always exercise. Her favorite exercise is the mood swing. You guys know that one? Yeah. Anyway, that's her favorite. But she's always been like that. She's out of my league. I guarantee you, from the day one, she was out of my league. I don't know why she married me, but like I said, she's out of my league. But I remember back at my wedding, she's always been way more beautiful than I deserve. So at my wedding, 39 years ago, I remember hearing this at my wedding. When she realizes she can do better, this will all be over. That was at my wedding. I was like, golly, shut up, Dad, right? Because that's rude. But my dad's the one that told me this. He said, be honest with each other. With any relationship you have with anybody, work relationships, any relatives, any of your friends, anybody, be honest. But especially with your spouse, you have to be honest. As long as you both want it to work out and you're honest, you can get through anything. And I thought about that, and I was really thinking about it. So a few months after we were married, I was really in my head about this. So I brought my wife in. I felt convicted, and I said, listen, honey, there's something I need to tell you. And I did. I laid all my cards on the table, and I was honest with her. I said, there's something I haven't shared with you yet, and I just need to do that. I took a deep breath, and I told her, I said, listen, sometimes I'm going to lie to you. Felt so good to get it off my shoulders, though. It's like, okay, now we're on the same page. It was very nice. You got to be committed to each other. Obviously, that's important in any relationship. But in marriage, it means it's a whole new level. You can't be off with other women or whatever. And I never have. I've never cheated on my wife, not one time. I've never done that. I'll be honest with you guys. I think part of the reason is because I waited too long. I thought about it many times. I just kept putting it off, and I feel like that window's closed for me. So whatever. I've basically procrastinated my way into monogamy. That's how that worked for me. But that's okay. I think the number one key for a good, healthy relationship is communication, though, right? Now, I'll be honest with you. Women are better communicators than guys. Everybody knows this. You're just wired differently. You're better at communicating than us guys. I know that, right? You're very, very good at communicating. You could actually pull back a little. That'd be awesome. No, you're very good at it. We're not. I know I'm not a good communicator. My wife knows I'm not good at communicating, but she still complains about it. I'm not a good communicator. I get it. I'm not good. She doesn't need to complain, but she does. The other day I came home and she's yelling at me about this. She goes, I don't know what she said, but that's not really the point. That's not what I'm trying to get at. You have to try, though. You have to try to communicate. And I do. I try. I'll be honest with you. One of the reasons that we have a problem is because sometimes I feel like we argue and I feel like she's picking a fight with me. I do. I feel like she's picking a fight. Here's an example. I have a fragile ego. She knows this. I think all guys have pretty fragile egos. I think we can admit that. So we don't like being corrected. We really don't like being corrected in front of people. Hate that. My wife does not hesitate to do this. We had some friends over a while ago. We were sitting at our house in our living room, and we were talking about the house we're living in, and he said, so how long you've lived here? So I did the math real quick in my head, and I said, it's been about just 10 and a half years. And my wife, I'm not kidding, she interrupts, she goes, no, it's been almost 11. I'm not kidding. So now I'm stuck with this. Now, I don't know how to deal with this. So I go, you're right, honey, I'm an idiot. 10 and a half is nowhere near almost 11, you know. And then now I'm stuck with it. And I apologize to you people for trying to deceive you. I don't know why I did that. Right? It's just silly. And we end up in a little argument. We always end up, I realize as we're getting older, as longer we've been together, the dumber the arguments get. They get big arguments over nothing. She came into my office the other day at home. She came into my office. She said, why didn't you answer the door? And I said, I didn't hear the doorbell. And then she gets mad and she goes, how could you not hear the doorbell? I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to have to Google that. I don't know how I didn't hear the door. What are you talking about? Right? We went to school together, my wife and I. We got married very young. Don't get me wrong, there's benefits getting married young. For those of you who have, you know this. But there's great benefits being married young. Like I never had to waste a bunch of time trying to figure out what my own interests were. That was handy. But we went to school together. So she comes in recently and she said, hey, I was online and I found Janet. Remember Janet, my friend from high school? And I said, no, I don't remember. And she said, yeah, Janet. My friend from remember when I was a junior? She was like my best friend for like 3 months. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't remember. Now she's mad. How could you not remember Janet? And I'm thinking, I don't know. I remember you told me about your friends 39 years ago. Like, and then like 1993, I started thinking about some other stuff, I guess. I don't know. You know, I just didn't, she'd get mad at me about that stuff. She told me one time, she said, you know, I think the problem is you're not listening to me. I'm not listening. Which I was, and that cut me to the core. I'm thinking that, I've spent hours and hours pretending to listen to her. And I just felt like that's rude, you know. She said, I'm not listening. And then she says, well, maybe your hearing's damaged from when you were in the service. And I said, I don't think so. And she said, yeah, maybe your hearing's damaged. Maybe because I was on a ship. I was in the Navy. I was on a ship, and we had a 5-inch cannon fire all the time. And she said, I think that hurt your hearing. I explained to her, I said, I don't think that's true. So we get in this argument. Finally, I said, you know what, fine. So I go to the VA. Went to the VA, got my hearing checked, and this quack doctor agreed with her. So once again, I'm required to explain the science to the expert. And I tell the guy, I said, there is no way I've lost any of my hearing, because that would mean my wife is talking even more than I think she is. It's impossible, right? I feel like I lost a few of you on that one, but yeah. That's what I explained to him. So we get in these dumb arguments. And I thought to myself many times, why do we get in these dumb arguments? And then I realized I figured it out. I know what the problem is. The problem is there's a key aspect of our relationship my wife doesn't understand. There's a key piece of who we are as a couple that she hasn't come to grips with, and it's this. After 39 years, she still hasn't come to grips with the fact that I am a catch. That's not really what I was going for, you guys, but okay. I am. I think about it. I think I bring a lot to the table. I do a lot around. I'm handy around the house. I am. I'm very handy. If you came to my house and looked around, you'd literally see hundreds of home projects I've started. There's a lot, okay? I have a tool belt and everything. My wife complains about this too. She doesn't complain about it, but she mocks me for wearing the tool belt. I was wearing this tool belt the other day, and she said, "Why are you wearing that dumb tool belt?" I said, and so I explained to her, because there's a ladder right here next to me. I said, because in a minute, I'm going to go up this ladder. And when I get up there, if I realize, oh, you know what, I need a hammer, I will have it with me because I have my tool belt. That's how that works. But then she's all like, why would you need a hammer to change a light bulb? Okay, good point, whatever, I don't know. You know, but then it's always something else. Oh, no, and then she's all like, can you at least wear pants with a tool belt? Like, it's a new rule. I didn't know the new rule. Anyway, this is how I figured out how to get out of an argument with my wife. Now, if you're married, if you're a guy and you're married, this will work for you. I promise it'll work. Guaranteed. If you want to get out of an argument, just settle it quickly and get out of it. This will, if it's going to work for you, unless your wife's here, it's not going to work for you guys if she's here. But if she's not, what you do though is this. I learned this. You know how you're just thinking the conversation's going normally, you're talking about the weather or whatever, and the next thing you realize you're talking about your nose hair or the toilet seat or some contentious thing. As soon as you get into that point of the conversation where you feel like the next thing I say is going to be wrong no matter what, wait till she starts to speak. And whatever comes out of her mouth next, it doesn't matter what it is, just interrupt. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but just interrupt with this. Whatever she says, just interrupt with this. Go, I know, that's my point. It's genius. It's genius, because first thing happens is she's stunned into silence. She's like, what is this trickery? You know, I don't know what's going on in her head. But now you've got, that's the thing now. You've got two people that truly love each other. The argument was starting to build up, but now you've got a little break, a little quiet moment, and you take advantage of it, and you run away. You just get out of there. It's perfect. It's a perfect solution. You're welcome. Don't do it too early. It can't be like when she's still picking the fight, you know, like, I think these make me look fat. I know, that's my point. No, obviously, you think it through. You got to think it. Use some brains there. I think it's I think it's great being married a long time, and like I said, I have been for sure. I think one of the great things about it is that we had kids early, so our kids are all in their 30s now, and so we're hoping they move out soon. No, they're out. I remember telling my friends, hey, we're empty nesters. My kids are out of the house. We're empty nesters, and they all go, yeah, you think you are? They'll be back. They all said they'll be back, and I said, no, they're not coming back. My kids are very resourceful, but there's no way they're finding our new address, right? Now, they actually live near us, so we have 7 grandkids near us. I love being around my grandkids. Grandkids are awesome. I cannot wait. Every time I'm on the road or anything, the one thing I think about is getting back to my grandkids and playing with them. The cool thing about grandkids is, well, like, you know, you get to play with them and have all the fun, and then when they get fussy, you just hand them off to mom, right? That's a cool thing. It's kind of like being a regular dad, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, you just do that and do that. And so that's what I do. Plus, you learn a lot and all of that. But I guess I got to wrap up here quickly. But I will say this to you guys. It's more than all of that. My wife and I, we put up with each other, and I think that's a big key right there. I think it helps to know neither one of us can do any better. I think that's a part of the key. But truthfully, I think one of the reasons is because when we first got married, like I said, I'm on the road all the time, and I promised myself this: anytime I had to leave, I would give my wife a kiss goodbye and tell her I love her. That's the last message I'd give her before I hit the road every time. And I've done that to this day. All these years, I always do that. And if we end up in an argument, before I leave, I will tell her, I will even say, then I'll still do it. I'll say, like, I know we hate each other, but I still love you, and I give her a kiss. Even if I start talking about something else, I do it again. So it's the very last thing that happens when I get on the road. And my wife's the same way. Every time I leave, normally she'll try to be home when I have to be on the road. She'll be home to send me off. And anytime I leave, I drive off, driveway, and she always is in the driveway. She blows me a kiss goodbye and waves goodbye. So that's the last thing I see of her. So that's our last communication with each other. And on a serious note, as I drive off, I see my wife in the mirror there, and I always think to myself, I wonder if she really is closer than she appears, because I don't get that science. I don't understand that. You guys understand that? All right, you guys have been fantastic. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for having me out tonight.
I sing for you all how grateful I am for your profession. I come from a family of nurses, actually, and so I'm grateful for what you do every single day, the patients that you touch, their lives. They are so grateful, and I am so grateful for what you do each and every single day. So tonight, I will be singing a song called From This Moment On. And though it is a love song, I hope that it encourages you, it inspires you each and every single day when you are out there on your job, working and caring for all the people that you care for. Truly, your profession is such a gift and such a blessing to each and every single one of us all over the world. So thank you so much to all the nurses here. My name is Kaya Miranda, and I will be singing from this moment on. And may God bless you and continue to use you each in a mighty way. Thank you. No, that's not my song, but it's okay. But here it is, and I pray that you are encouraged, inspired, and continue to do the amazing work that you guys do. From this moment, life has begun. From this moment, you are the one. Right beside you is where I belong. From this moment on, from this moment, I have been blessed. I live only for your happiness and for your love. I'd give my last breath. From this moment on, I give my hand to you with all my heart. I can't wait to live my life with you. Can't wait to start. You and I will never be apart. My dreams came true because of you. From this moment, I have been blessed. I live only for your happiness and for your love. I'd give my last breath. From this moment on. Yeah. Let's give it up for all the nurses in the house tonight. Thank you so much for all you guys do. You are a blessing. You're the reason I believe in love, and you're the answer to my prayers from up above. All we need is just the two of us. My dreams came true because of you. From this moment, as long as I live, I will love you. I promise you this, there is nothing that I wouldn't give. From this moment, I will love you as long as I live. From this moment on, from this Thank you guys. God bless all the nurses here tonight. Thank you so much.
Let's give it up one more time. Testing 1, 2, 3. So many excellent performers here tonight, and we are so thrilled and grateful for them spending their Saturday and celebrating all of the incredible nurses in the room. Our keynote speaker tonight is someone I am so privileged and honored to introduce you to. You can read all about her accolades in your program. Just to name a few, she served as the Arizona State Sun Devils head coach for 25 years, a 2-time Pac-12 Coach of the Year and 2-time Olympic gold medalist with Team USA. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so thrilled to introduce you to our keynote speaker, Charlie Turner Thorne.
Thank you. Okay, we still going? I feel like the coach in me needs to tell everybody to stand up and shake it out, but we good? Okay. All right, well, there's a guy driving through the countryside in his brand new BMW, and all of a sudden he swerves off the road and pulls up to a shepherd who's tending his sheep. Gets out of his car, dressed to the nines, brand new Armani suit, Italian shoes, walks over to the shepherd and says, "Hey, how about if I tell you how many sheep you have, I get to keep one?" The shepherd's just like, wants the guy to leave. So he says, sure. So the guy gets on his cell phone, orders satellite photos of the region, goes to his trunk, pops it open, turns on his computer, turns on his fax machine. 15 minutes later, he goes over to the shepherd and says, "You have 1,572 sheep." The shepherd says, "Yep." So the guy's all excited, and he's looking what sheep he's going to keep. And the shepherd says to him, "How about if I tell you what you do for a living, I get my sheep back?" The guy's like, "Sure." The shepherd says, "You're a consultant." Wait for it. The guy's like, "Whoa, hey, how did you know?" And the shepherd said, "Well, you came here uninvited, asking a question I already knew the answer to, and nobody asked. You don't know anything about my business. Now give me my dog back." So that's my way of admitting I definitely cannot begin to understand the intricacies of what you do every day and the difficult landscapes you navigate every day, but I have a tremendous appreciation for all that you do, and I'm incredibly honored to help you celebrate tonight. My glimpse of your world is my mom was a surgical technician from when I was 2 to 5, so she basically did open heart surgeries. So she would come home with pictures, and to me, they were just straight up gore, but she's like, "Here's Dr. George, and here's Ann," and she would kind of show them, and all I saw was his body that was open on the table. So suffice it to say, I was soured on the medical profession. So thank you guys again for all that you do. Tonight, we are going to use some fun, funny stories to celebrate our nurses. I'm going to start with an aside. When my kids were young, I was making pancakes for them one morning, and immediately Connor and Quinn started fighting over who would get the first pancake. So I'm thinking, okay, teachable moment. If Jesus was here, he would say, "Let my brother have the first pancake, and I will wait." To which Connor immediately said, "Okay, Quinn, you be Jesus." So kids are selfish. And tonight we celebrate how selfless you all are. It's a very palm-up society these days, right? What's in this for me? What am I going to get? So we appreciate so much all of you with your palm down attitude, your willingness to be about the greater good all the time. Yeah. Okay. Another quick aside, my kids were young. I had to stop at CVS, and Connor and Quinn were with me in the car. I told Connor, "Hey, I just got to grab a few things, watch your little brother." So Connor grabs his hand, and they head straight to the tampon aisle. Grabs a box of tampons, heads up to the register, tells the guy, "I'd like to buy these." The pharmacist was really nice. He's like, "Oh, okay. Well, do you know what those are for?" And Connor said, "Oh, yeah, they're not for me. No, they're for my little brother. We saw it on TV. If he uses these, he can swim, he can bike, he can even roller skate. He can't do any of those things right now." So tonight we celebrate how great people like you help people around them be better. All right, let's go for one more when the kids were young. Okay, it was a really rough night. Parents can relate. So one was up every hour with nightmares. The other one was up every hour with a stomach flu. So it was a really long night. So next morning, Will, my husband, and I are exhausted. He's in the shower. I'm waiting to get in, and the doorbell rings. So I'm thinking, okay, he'll finish up and go get the doorbell, and I can get my shower. I wait, and I wait, and the doorbell rings again. So I'm like, fine. Wrap myself in a towel, go downstairs, open the door. It's our neighbor, Bob. I'm like, hi, Bob. Can I help you? And Bob just stood there with this sheepish grin on his face, which seemed like forever. And finally, he says, I'll give you $800 if you drop your towel. Yeah, so normally I would just smack Bob across the face, but honestly, I'm not real happy with my husband right now. And for anybody that's given birth, any hint of modesty you ever had is gone, so I dropped my towel, I took the money, and I headed upstairs. So I get about halfway up, and my husband's like, oh, who was it? And I'm like, oh, it was our neighbor Bob. He's like, great, did he bring the $800 he owes me? So this is my story to say if you're not on the same page, you end up getting exposed. I kept the money. And then my favorite communication quote is Brene Brown, clear is kind, unclear is unkind. Tonight we celebrate your ability to be elite communicators with so many different personalities and subpopulations. The doctors. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that negatively. The doctors, the administrators, the patients, their families, and each other. All right, so I'm a coach. I was a coach. And in July, so I don't know if any of you all have kids that got recruited. July in basketball is the evaluation month. So we often spend the entire month in the gym, 12, 14 hours a day watching games. So this particular July, it's the end of the month. I'm exhausted. I'm getting to my hotel. It's about midnight. And I'm just hoping that my room is ready, right? They have the key ready and I can just get in and get up. So I go in to the lobby and immediately the concierge comes over and says, hello, Ms. Turner-Thorne. Here is your key to your penthouse suite. I'm like, wow, okay, thanks so much. And I'm headed to the elevator and I'm just kind of thinking to myself, the only thing that would make this better is maybe like a fruit plate or something, in the room. So I head up, I go to the room, put the key in, walk in. There's 3 naked men on the bed. So I'm like, I am so sorry. And I'm walking out. And before I get out, one of the men says, oh no, Charlie, we're here for you. And I said, I paused. I said, excuse me, guys, I'm married. I have 3 kids. I'm not that kind of girl. 2 of you are going to have to leave. Just kidding. So this was the only joke I could think of to celebrate your incredible integrity in the workplace. So. All right, so Connor, my oldest, is now a junior in high school, and he comes to my husband and I, and he says, could you help me buy a car? And, I have some of the money, but I need some more. And so Will and I huddled up, and we said, tell you what, 3 conditions. Number 1, you got to get straight A's the rest of the semester, junior year, really important. 2, you have to read the Bible every day. And 3, you have to get a haircut, because it's getting really shaggy and stuff. So fast forward to the end of the semester, Connor comes to us. He's like, okay, will you guys help me get a car now? And I said, well, great job with your grades. Connor got straight A's. Dad tells me, because I'm traveling all the time, Dad tells me you read your Bible every day. But hey, what's up, no haircut? And he said, well, Mom, I've been reading the Bible, and the Bible, reports that Moses had long hair, and Samson had long hair, and even Jesus had long hair. And I said, Connor, that's good information. And you know what else? They walked everywhere they went. I was so worried because I didn't see a lot of alcohol here tonight, but thank you for laughing, so okay? I'm much funnier when people are drinking. So I just want to say, in your profession, we all know there's no shortcuts. So we celebrate tonight your attention to detail and your comprehensive care, the comprehensive care you provide each and every day. Okay, so as a coach, I have like 50 people I buy gifts for, like Christmas time, at the end of the year. So just a lot of gift cards. But when my coaches, I tried to do something special if I could think of something. So my assistant, Jackie, was an animal lover. But she traveled a lot, so couldn't get her a dog. She's allergic to cats. So in all my brilliancy, I got her a talking parrot. Okay, yeah, you can tell. So it went sideways pretty quick. Apparently this parrot was really rude and had horrible language. So Jackie, I mean, she, God love her, she tried everything. She tried soothing music, she tried praising her, the parrot, and nothing worked. And one day, she just got in a big argument, started yelling at the parrot. Parrot starts yelling back, and with a lot of expletives. So Jackie lost it. She grabbed her parrot, opened the freezer, and put it inside. Closed the door, squawk, 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 and then no squawk. So then, Jackie felt bad, and she opens up the freezer, puts the parrot on the counter, and immediately the parrot said, "I believe I may have offended you with my rude language and actions. I am truly sorry for my transgressions. I fully plan to correct my rude and unforgivable behavior." Jackie was shocked, very pleased at the attitude adjustment. And then the parrot adds, "And if you don't mind me asking, what did the chicken do?" So, well, we're finding ways to celebrate, you guys. So we're celebrating that somehow, with all the incredibly difficult people in situations you manage daily, you are able to do it with unbelievable patience and compassion. Okay, 2 more. All right, so guy walks into the supermarket and he goes to the produce section, and he goes to where the lettuce is, and he's looking, and he calls the stock girl over. He goes, "Hey, could you come here?" And she goes, "Yes, can I help you, sir?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I live alone, and I just want to buy a half a head of lettuce." And the gal's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think we sell a half a head of lettuce." He goes, "Well, I don't like to waste food, and that's all I want a half a head of lettuce." So the girl says, "Okay, well, let me go see about that." So she goes back in the storeroom, she finds her manager, and she said, "Sir, there's some Looney Tune out there, and he wants to buy a half a head of lettuce." And as she said it, she turned and she noticed that he followed her all the way back. So as she said that, she immediately turns and said, "And this nice gentleman would like to buy the other half." So we definitely are celebrating tonight how well you guys think on your feet, right? I bet you guys have a lot funnier stories than that one, to be honest. All right, so do we have any Sun Devils here? Few? Okay. Do we have any Wildcats? Okay. All right, great. I mean, the rivalries at schools are fun with sports and stuff, and I went to Stanford, so we hate Cal, and I went to Washington, and we hated Washington State, so it's kind of a thing, and it's important for this next story, so needed to just reference that. So 2 women got into what appeared to be a no-fault accident. One of the women had an ASU alumni license plate. The other one had a U of A alumni license plate. So they have the accident. ASU gal gets out, immediately goes over to the U of A gal. "Are you okay?" She said, yeah, I'm okay. And then she says, "Are you okay?" She goes, yeah, I'm okay, thank you. And the ASU gal says, "I am just so grateful that we are not injured. I have this nice bottle of wine in my car. Let's break it open and let's just celebrate." The U of A grad's like, "Yeah." So she pops it open, pours a big glass, gives it to the U of A grad. She downs it. She's still a little shaken from the accident. And then the U of A grad looks at the, ASU grad and says, "Hey, aren't you going to have a drink?" And of course she says, "No, I think I'll wait for the police to get here." You can sub in whoever you want, okay? So, I know, it's a little bit of a stretch, but tonight we celebrate your willingness to do whatever it takes to get the job done. Even in the most extreme situations. All right, enough corny humor for tonight. I used for a lot of my pregame talks, I used humor, and I'd ask my athletes, is this working? And it was. They said it relaxed them and helped them peak perform, because it is not easy to find clean, funny jokes. Okay? I mean, you go online, none of them are clean. So great job, Mike. I mean, it isn't easy. So anyway, I'd like to close with a few of my favorite takeaways from my 33 years in college coaching. And I thought these would resonate with the servant leaders in this room. Number one, we are all imperfect, and we're not always going to get it right. So give grace, give your best, and stay rooted in learning and our purpose. Number two, in small matters, trust our minds. In large ones, our hearts. Be transformational, not transactional. Number three, one act of kindness can change someone's life forever. And I was fortunate. I had a fun and rewarding, position as a coach. So we got to do the first ever outdoor women's basketball game where we raised money for breast cancer research and treatment. And we did a showdown on the res where we highlighted Native American service to our country, and just a lot of cool things. But you don't need to have a big event to make a difference, is my point. And then four, just because you think you deserve something doesn't mean you'll get it. Life isn't fair. So just center on loving everything that happens, trusting that it's for the best, learning from it, and being better for it. Everybody that knows me knows my favorite motto is, it's all good. Simone, great job tonight with it's all good. Few audibles going on. Lastly, I will share that we lost my dad on St. Patrick's Day this year. My dad had never spent a day in the hospital or had any meds until 2 years ago. He passed at 84. So to hear my mom talk about the nurses that cared for him as he went in and out of the hospital with pneumonia, a broken hip, and a lot of other issues, to be honest, they were a godsend. Their compassion, their competency meant the world to her as she lost her partner, she'd say her sparring partner, of 63 years. So while your platform is more discreet and often one patient at a time, the amazing impact you have behind the scenes to save lives and provide comfort in people's most uncomfortable moments is meaningful beyond measure. It has been my honor to celebrate with you unsung heroes tonight. And while we celebrate the many successes of what you do, more importantly, we are celebrating who you are. From the late writer Joseph Campbell, the privilege of a lifetime is being who we are. Even more important than what we do, how well we do it, where we do it, who we do it with, is staying true to our authentic self. That was my fundamental message to all of my people my entire career. And I found that when they centered on their core values and purpose, they usually showed up in a good space, peak performed, and had fun. And I wish that for all of you. How about another big round of applause for Paula Williams, who spearheaded this incredible evening. Thank you.
Pray you'll be arise and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, pray we'll find your light. I pray we'll find your light. And hold it in our heart. When stars go out each night. When stars go out each night. Remind us where you are. Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer. When we lose our way. When we lose our way. Lead us to a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe. A world where pain and sorrow will be ended, and every heart that's broken will be mended. And we'll remember we are all God's children, reaching out to touch you, reaching to the sky. We ask that life become, and watch us from above. We hope His soul will find. We hope His soul will find another soul to love. Another soul to love. Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer. Just like every child. Just like every child. Lead us to a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe. Lead us to a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be
So at this time, we would like to have the Between Nurses Foundation team to the stage to present some gifts. But while we do that, and I'll have Paula and Merv come onto the stage, I just want to tell you all a little bit about this amazing and special woman that is coming to the stage. If you don't have the pleasure of knowing Paula personally, she's an education specialist at Dignity Health. She's an adjunct nursing professor with Creighton University College of Nursing and Aspen University College of Nursing. Her responsibility is to teach, train, and prepare students to enter the noble profession of nursing. Not only is Paula a registered nurse of 36 years, she also has her Master's of Science in Nursing, a Master's degree of Business Administration and Healthcare Management, and a PhD in Public Health. She is the president and founder of the Between Nurses Foundation, the reason that we are all here tonight, which of course provides countless resources of support and mentorship for nurses. In addition to all this, she is the mother of 4 children, and this paper says, including Merv. She's also a grandmother of 10, but as she likes to go by, a glamma. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the reason we're all here tonight, Paula Williams.
Now you know how I feel about you nurses. this is a fun part, okay? I want to invite Dr. Tadero to the stage. I want you to introduce this special person to me. She was the first who captured the vision of Between Nurses Foundation. And she immediately secured 2 tables for Creighton University. And if you look in your program, you'll see the ad on the inside cover page. She wanted to make sure that she secured that and that nobody else would get it. Her encouragement was really the catalyst that propelled us to the success this evening. Dr. Tadero was not only my dean, it was love at first sight, and she's been my mentor, my encourager, and friend. I would like to take this opportunity to show her our appreciation with this award. And it reads, "Nurses make the difference." She's a nurse, retired nurse. Dr. C. Tadero, PhD, retired dean. Thank you for your support. Between Nurses Foundation. Okay. Huh? You want to say something?
One thing. Okay. See, I told you she was crazy. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're fabulous.
Thank you. So too bad I can't ask for a raise from the university now. Okay, so if you did not get a ticket and you're a nurse, can you raise your hand? Everybody get a ticket? Put your hand right up and you'll get a ticket. Yeah, come on up, Lex. Do you have your ticket? Put your hand up if you don't have a ticket. Megan is coming around. Come closer. Come, Lex, I need them. I'll take them. I'll take them. Oh. Yeah. And while Megan is doing that, I want to invite Charlie and Simone to the stage. So, sorry. These 2 lovely ladies, they said yes with the first phone call that I had with them. So we want to present them with flowers. Okay, so everyone has tickets now? That's what happened when you come late. Okay, so get your tickets ready. How about no scrubs tonight, huh? We didn't talk about medication. We didn't talk about IVs or HCAPs, right? So that's what makes tonight special. It's nothing about work. And while we're waiting for the rest of the tickets, I just want to acknowledge the Egbos. Today is their 28th anniversary. The Dr. Egbo. Okay, ready? You can announce the gift. Yeah, what we... Okay. They're supposed to put it on the screen.
What, the ticket?
Yes.
Show the gifts on the screen.
Okay, get your tickets ready. The first one is...
Can you hear me? Okay, ready? 3, 1, 1, 1, 5, 5, 9.
Hand up and they'll bring it to you.
Where is the winner?
Okay,
Do
we'll
we
pull
have-
the next one. Put it right there, see?
So 3, 1, 1, 1, 5, 5, 0.
Keep your hand up. Delphina, where's your husband? Where are they? Huh? Okay. Well, you got to work on behalf of your husband. Go ahead.
To get the gifts. Okay. All right.
So,
Next.
Between Nurses Foundation is going to treat 3 nurses to a full house cleaning. So the next 3, okay, go on.
That's the best gift. So,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I'm just gonna. Are they all the same in the
Yeah.
beginning? Okay.
Ready?
I will just say the last 3 digits. 5, 6, 5. Five, 6, 5.
Okay. All right, call the next one. Keep going. Keep going.
The last 3 digits. 6, 4, 0.
Stand up. Stand up.
Perla, no more cleaning of house.
Okay, next one. Next one. You can put the ones here.
Oh, that's right. Last 3 digits. 6, 2, 2. Oh!
Okay, keep going. See?
5, 5, 6.
All right, stand up. Okay. Then the next gift, if you like Thai food, this is the restaurant to go to. Okay, so we have 2 gift certificates from Wild Tiger.
5, 8, 2.
It's on the screen. You have 2 Wild Tigers. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So 5, 8, 2 get the wild tiger. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's 2 Wild Tigers.
5, 9, 5.
The second Wild Tiger.
Right there?
Stand up. Stand. 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 Yeah. Okay. And
She's giving him the bun.
nothing
No,
bunt cake.
No, she's giving it right now. The buns.
Lex.
I think we did 2 of the wild tigers.
She gave it to 2?
Yeah, we did 2 already.
So the lady, so we did the 3 cleanings,
Mhm.
and then we did the 2 tigers. So this one's the bun cake.
Are you
Okay,
guys going
that
to
was the
finish?
So the one that
Okay.
just went was the
Okay,
bun cake.
so now we have the next one.
So the next
Okay.
one is mine.
Don't push it
and
too, not till we finish. So Seismic Productions is a firm in Los Angeles, and what they do the, what do you call it, Lex? They do the trailer for the screenings of the movies. And this is Los Angeles supporting nurses in Arizona. So we want to thank Seismic Productions.
Six, 7, 0.
Alexis Grill is right nearby St. Joe's, and they have a gift certificate for one of the nurses. Next number.
660.
Going once, going, where, go put your hand up, okay. Courtney.
Courtney.
Okay. Okay, keep going. The next one coming up is the Phoenix Symphony have 9 double tickets for the next 9 people. Okay, quickly.
641.
Keep going. Keep going.
All right, I'm going to take few. 672.
Put your hand up, put your hand up.
674.
Put your hand up.
Can go together. 522.
How many is it?
522.
How many so far? 3? Is that 5?
1, 2, 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 3 so far, right? No. Yeah. 555.
Okay, keep going, keep going.
Five, 4, 6. 5, 4, 6. Are you 5, 4, 6?
Okay, let's make sure we have them.
5, 4, 6 over there? 5, 4, 6 over there.
Okay.
And how many
We're
more
good?
left?
How many we
How
have
many more left?
3. Yeah, okay.
5, 6, 1.
Okay, keep going.
5, 4, 3.
All right, keep going. Last one. That's the last one.
Last one is. Last one, 6, 7, 7.
Okay.
Is it?
Lex. Okay. So the chaplain of the United States Senate, Dr. Barry Black, was gracious enough to autograph 10 books for 10 nurses. So we're going to go real quickly through this. So put your hand up as your ticket is called. Ready?
Okay. 6, 6, 3. 6, 6, 3.
Keep your hand up.
6, 3, 6. 6, 3, 6.
Okay,
Oh,
Robin.
Robin.
Okay.
5, 5, 1. 6, 7, 1. 6, 7, 1.
Is there a claimer for 671?
No, 6, 7, 1.
Okay.
Okay. 6, 4, 6.
Okay.
5, 9, 7.
Okay.
5, 5, 2.
Okay, keep going. 4 more.
6,
Okay.
632.
Okay.
How many more?
Two more. Two.
654. 654.
Okay. Okay.
One more, right? 534. 534, right there. Here.
Okay. Keep your hand up, Judy. All right. So we have 2 gifts from Starbucks. You know, they're expensive these days. Okay, next 2 tickets are Starbucks.
576. Woo!
Next one.
592.
Okay, good. Okay. This is a restaurant of distinction, Avanti, and it's an Italian restaurant. It lies in Thomas, just above 24th Street. Have you been there? Yeah, it's very nice. So we have a gift certificate from them.
$400.
$100, yep.
628.
628?
628.
No, take it.
Oh, Caroline.
Okay. Okay. This is a comedy club if you like comedy. And the owner sent us some tickets for the next person.
527.
Okay. Okay, this one is very unique, right? This is a perfume that was designed for Judy Garland's 100th birthday. The next 2 nurses will get the perfume. If one of the guys get it, you're gonna give it to your wife. Okay.
Okay, the special gifts go to 678.
They're killing it over there.
That's the lucky table over there. 563. Oh, Kelly!
Okay. Now the next one is from a young lady in Atlanta. Her mom was a nurse. And this lucky person will have a spa day at Talking Stick Spa. So double check your tickets.
Maybe take those 3 people who don't know how to clean their house.
Okay.
562.
So Chris from Grand Canyon Planning Associates, his wife is a nurse, and he's giving this wonderful gift to a nurse. It's a $2,000 trust for the next person. Yeah.
655. Ooh.
Let's leave. Before we go to the gift from the Marriott, I want any nurse who's been in nursing and still active over 30 years, please stand. Are you actively practicing? Awesome.
You have to go 40 now?
35 years?
35.
35. Anybody over 35 years? Still standing? Forty. 40 years.
Oh, she's 47, so anything over 47.
Over 47 years. Over 47 years and still practicing? Wow. 50. 50 years and still practicing. 48. Okay, remain standing. Any nurse who's working actively less than 2 years? Less than 1 year. I just need one person. So you're both 2 years?
I'm about to be 2 soon.
How long? How long?
No, she just said less.
When did you get into nursing?
Wait.
When did you get your RN?
Oh, 2022.
222?
Yeah.
In 1 week, it'll be 2 years.
1 week will be 2 years. Can you beat her? Oh, you
One
too?
more. Yeah.
How long you been in nursing? Last March? Stand up. So, this is Simba, and that's Mafusa. Mafusa. So we have a gift for each of them.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, Simba and Mufasa. Okay, and the final gift we have is from, I think we have 2 to give away. Vogue Bling Shop, I think I have the bag back there, and that bag, that white bag. Don't pull that for me. No, just pull the number. Bring your legs.
How many? 2?
Yeah, just, okay.
Two,
yeah,
two
just
more?
one, just, yeah. So 2 more to go.
5, 6, 9.
All right, and
6, 1, 8.
6, 1, 8.
6, 1, 8.
6, 1, 8.
Right there. That.
And the final one is, well, I think that's it, right?
Oh.
Okay. I think there's one more.
One more?
Yeah, this is the Buttes one. Yeah, because those were 2 which we didn't call the Buttes.
What did they get?
Oh, no, we didn't call the Buttes. Okay. Okay, and the final one, I have it in my hands. This is by the Buttes Resort. It's a 2-night stay with a complimentary dinner on top of the rock. All right.
Thank you, Paula. 6, 2, 4.
That's awesome, Sue. Oh, okay. Oh my God, that's awesome.
I just wanted to thank my team, Dr. Patty Stoffers and Elise. Where's Elise?
Elise is sitting down there.
And Seema. These are the 4 spearheaded people for tonight. Where's Elise? She's right there. Where's Elise? She's right there. People see you. So, you know, I couldn't do this alone, so I have a few people to thank, and these three have been my rock. And they put up with me over the time, calling meetings, and meeting when they're working. We have to decide when we can meet, so it took a little juggling act to get together. So at this point, I just want to wrap up to tell you fellow nurses that you've chosen the most rewarding profession, where making a difference is an understatement. We're not only a part of the Good Samaritan circle, but at the helm, caring for and spending the most time with strangers every day who needs us. Our profession is iconic because it takes special hearts to be part of this most trusted profession for the last 21 consecutive years. But it is you, the nurses, that are most trusted, not the profession, because without you, there's no profession. You agree with me? And I didn't hear a clap or anything. So the effort behind this celebration was to make each nurse here feel a special, tight hug for who you are and what you do every day. And I know you hear it over and over, but we just want to reinforce it so that you know that you're special. I would like to thank Dr. Patty Stoffer's husband, Peter, because there's always the spouse who's putting up with us. And Seema's husband, Harry, they're here somewhere. And Elise's husband, Dennis. My husband, Merv, who didn't introduce himself, but you kind of know him. Our daughter, Lexi, and I have to tell you that Lexi created the flyer, all pro bono. I didn't have to pay her. She did all the promotional materials, the video introduction tonight. For those who missed it, you missed a great introduction that she did. And the support of our husbands and our children, our families, are immeasurable. Yeah, my son Quentin is here too, and he keeps telling me, Mom, go on in, I'll take care of everything outside. So I appreciate both of them. Kevin Meek, everybody has to see you. Kevin? Kevin is with Haskell Company, and he has been there with me from the very beginning. That's always telling me to go. He's very encouraging. And I want to let him know that I love you and appreciate you. Okay. You don't want them to see you? He's shy, Kevin. So we would like to highlight our community sponsors and supporters, because without them, this would not happen tonight, because, nurses' salary don't do this kind of stuff. And they're evident in the program booklet at the very back. You'll see all our supporters. So we're going to ask all of you to support them in return. We would like to recognize and thank all the doctors here tonight who did not take call. Yeah, and they turned off their beepers to support you tonight. They know who they are. Do you want to stand so they can see the doctors who support us tonight? Yeah? And to all the participants in the program tonight who said yes the first time I asked them. And when they came here, they really meant what they did on the platform to support nurses. Kaya flew in from Maryland. Dr. Tadero flew in from Omaha. So I want to give them. Now, Charlie took time out of her busy schedule, because you know that the Phoenix Mercury is beginning their season, right? And she's here tonight. That speaks volumes. And her mom worked in the OR, so she can appreciate nurses and what they do. She supports us in the foundation and is all about the appreciation. And our love for you, Charlie, now goes very deep. Okay? Simone graciously accepted tonight's MC. Last week I didn't have anyone. So my husband was my backup, but I didn't want him to be the MC. Yeah, you know, so he understood that, because my desire was to have someone who didn't have a vested interest in me per se. She has a vested interest in me now because we met, but I blindly sent a request and I didn't know if I was going to get a response. And Channel 3, please take that back to them, that the nurses really appreciated you tonight. So I noticed a lot of you were talking through the video from Trina Feliciano. She wrote those lyrics just for nurses. And I said, you know, they're really not listening to this important video. So if you want to get a copy of the video so you can look at it when you're not talking to your friends who you work with, all right, just let me know. Just text me and say I want a copy of that video. And in your time, you can watch it, okay? Is that fair? Okay, it's because I know a lot of you missed what the message had said in that video. And it was written specially for nurses. And let me thank my pastor. So he keeps me in line, you know. He's a shepherd and I'm the sheep. Pastor John Stanton. Yeah. And his wife, Rochelle, you know. And Pastor Stanton's mom was a nurse, all right? So he understands what we've been going through as well. Allison, the violinist, he came specially for you and we want to thank him. We want to thank, we want to thank Dan and Sione for doing the flowers on the table and the flower wall for the pictures. They're here. The Butte staff and the AV team, the strings ensemble that played during dinner and before, Mike James, Pastor Bobby McGee. He's a close personal friend, so he didn't have a choice, he had to come. And everyone did an outstanding job. Sam and Jessica, the duet. To the families and friends who came to show their support to nurses, we appreciate you, and I hope you had a wonderful evening, and thanks for being here. Next time we do this, you can tag team another colleague to come and experience something similar. Okay, so I appreciate all you being here, all the supporters, all the families. We want to thank Councilwoman Ellis for being here. We want to thank Representative Willoughby. Is it Willoughby? Did I got that right? And the Vice Mayor, who 2 days ago wasn't feeling well, but I didn't hear from him, so I figured we were okay. And he came to support you, the Vice Mayor of Chandler. Did I miss anybody?
She missed herself.
Oh.
So, my name is Nika Adams.
Yeah, Nika too.
And I have the privilege of working with Dr. Paula Williams. And so we just want to say from all of us, this would not be possible. The founder of Between Nurses Foundation, thank you for all you do, the support that you always have for all of us.
Yeah, thank
we
you,
love you
Nika.
and appreciate you.
Thank you.
Can you give a round of applause for this woman, please? Love you.
You know you're on the list, right? Thank you. Is there a vase on water to go with this? Okay, now we're going to end the program. We thank you for coming, and just sit back and watch the video that's coming up next.
Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami
I think there's a bit more of that video to come, but let me just say it's a real privilege to be invited to offer a benediction on this kind of an event. Over 50 years ago, I became a medic in the U.S. Army. I've waited a long time to see a room full of so many excited nurses. Let us pray. Gracious and loving God, we raise our hearts and prayers with thanksgiving tonight for friendship, good humor, great music, and a beautiful evening. We have celebrated registered nurses who have enriched and continue to enrich our lives. From those who excitedly watched over us as we took our first breath, to those who will comfort us and our loved ones when we take our last. We thank thee for nurses. May the nurses who surround these splendid tables feel gladness for those they have blessed through their healing arts and benevolence. May we all remember the parable that took place on that road from Jerusalem to Jericho, that teaches us to be willing to do good as nurses do, to not merely pass by on the other side of those who are wounded, whether in body or spirit. Help us to have compassion, to bind up wounds, and to care for others. Faithful that when we have done it unto the least of these, we have done it unto thee. Bless us as we make our way homes, and now let us depart rejoicing, for truly we are blessed. In the name of the Lord Jesus, may all God's people say, amen.